Good morning and welcome to the vlog. Hi, I'm Jim from Whatnot Adventures, and I hope you're having a great day. We're having a good day here. It's blue skies, big fluffy white clouds, and the sun is out. Well, folks, today I'm in Clinton, South Carolina, at the Battle of Musgrove Mill Historic Site State Park. Never been here before. This is a site of a Revolutionary War battle, and I thought we would take a look and see what there is to see. There is a visitor center. It's a little after 9 now, and the visitor center doesn't open until 10. But I thought I'd walk around. There's a couple of trails. Maybe we can take a look at that. And there is a Horseshoe Falls uh, here in the campground, state park rather, as well. So why don't you come along with me and let's go see what we shall see. Well, while we're waiting for the visitor center to open, I took a little walk away from the parking lot and have been taking some photos of this pond. It's pretty nice. What do y'all think? All right, I'm just walking along the road here, but we are coming up on the visitor center and the park office. It's just a beautiful day today. Look at this tree. That is one tall tree. Big old trunk. All right. So we got about 15 more minutes before the visitor center opens. Let's take a look around here. Let's see what the sign says right here. No rest for the weary. Edward Musgrove had been working in the backcountry long enough to experience the brutality of frontier warfare, being involved in the Cherokee Wars and the Regulator movement. Although he had hoped to live in peace, his home would draw the attention of the British and pull his family into the war. And this painting shows how the Musgrove house may have looked. The inspiration for the painting was a circa 1930 photograph. So you see, I have interfered on neither side, only so far as you might have expected of me, which I would not have come short of by any means. If I was to undertake, I would be very sorry to fail in the matter. Therefore, it is wisdom to balance everything in the right scale. And that came from an expert from a 1775 letter from Edward Musgrove to William Henry Drayton, signifying his neutrality. These ruins are all that remain of what may have once been the home of Edward Musgrove, a prosperous and influential settler of the Carolina backcountry. Edward acquired this land by 1774. It was on this site that Edward built a typical plantation with a dwelling house and various other buildings. So, we have this here. Looks like maybe these are steps. And over here, maybe this is the foundation of a fireplace? Let's go around and see. Yeah. Right there's the parking lot. All right. Let's go back out here on this road a little bit. A little easier to walk. All right, there's the visitor center. Well, I'm not sure. There's some stones, rocks. It looks like there may be some bricks of some sort there. But between that and those steps over there, that's all that remains. Wow. So we are on the other side of the parking lot now. And I thought I'd show you. They do have restrooms, vending machine, water fountain, and I believe they have some picnic tables. Yep. Yeah. That's pretty nice. All right. Just to the left of the restrooms, on this little kiosk out here. Let's go see what they have. All right. Welcome to the Battle of Musgrove Mill State Historic Site Track Trail. Huh. It's the Kids in Parks Track Trails program. Well, that's pretty cool. Stay loyal to your king. Oh, this is really nice. It's a program for the kids. Dressing up for battle, marching into battle. Cool. There's some information. That's pretty neat. Yeah, I like that. Well, I think it's finally time to see if the visitor center is open so we can go in and take a look. Come along with me. All right, here we go. So here we have their the clothing of the militia. That's their uniform. And this is the uniform of the South Carolina Royalists. Look at that. This top is the British 1769 Shortland pattern musket. And the one down below is the American Longhorn rifle. Pretty cool. Now, I've been in here and I talked to one of the volunteers very nice gentleman who has given me a lot of the history. So if you do come to the park, please come in and see the people in the visitor center. They're very knowledgeable and they're very helpful. They give you a lot of good information. Check this out. Oh, wow. There's a lot to take in here, but I think it's well worth coming into the visitor center before you go out onto the battlegrounds. And they're going to be doing some remodeling and adding some new technology come this winter. So, please do come and check it out. And they have a little gift area. Very nice indeed. Like I was saying when I was inside there, the gentleman, the volunteer, so knowledgeable of what took place here in the area in general. They had an older diorama in the middle of the visitor center on the floor there, and it was very hard to see. There was a lot of glare, and half the lights during the battle didn't work. I tried filming it, but I think I'm going to let that stay out of this video and let you guys come. And that's one of the things that they're going to be changing out when they make their improvements this winter. So I'm kind of excited. I think they've got the right idea. They're updating and all. Now I will say they do not do reenactments here because where the battle took place, when the dead dropped, that's where the townsfolk came and buried them. So as he put it, in essence, the battlefield is actually a cemetery of unmarked graves. And out of respect, they just don't do reenactments there. So you just don't know until you come out and check it out. So what I thought I would do is walk the British troop a little bit, and then we'll take a look at the other trail. And then he said I have to get in the car and drive over to where the Horseshoe Falls is. So I hope you're still with me, okay? All right, let's go see the trail. All right, here's the sign. British Camp Trail, 1 mile. And I guess we'll be looking for those arrows right there. So we're actually going to pass the kiosk that we looked at earlier. Stay on the trail. Still dangerous conditions. Off trail to fallen trees. And that's probably because of Hurricane Helene last October. All right. And this sign talks about the summer camp. I'm not going to read everything. If you want to pause it, please feel free to do so. We got a mile trail to get done, plus the rest that I'd like to see. All right. We are on our way. Now I'll cut back in up here when I see something that I think y'all should take a look at. Okay, the trail winded down some. We're see a little bit of a clearing, and looks like it's leveling out a little bit better. There's a lot of up and downs there for probably about 5 minutes. Well, it's definitely a nice day for a hike. Okay. Looks like we're actually going to go out there to that clearing right there. I'll be right with you. All right. Coming down into the clearing. Let's see what this is all about. A lot of roots. Okay. Patriots in petticoats. This monument, erected in the early 20th century, stands as a reminder of the legendary Mary Musgrove. She is remembered as a character in the 19th century novel Horseshoe Robinson, who took great personal risks spying for the Patriots. While we do not know that an actual Mary Musgrove, 1755 to 1795, lived on this site, we do not know what specific role she played in the American Revolution. Her legend does, however, stand as a tribute to the countless women who served as spies, messengers, and even combatants during America's fight for independence. And there's a picture of the book. Well, isn't that pretty neat? That's real nice. There's the visitor center up there in the background. That's pretty cool. Okay, from that monument, we move on. Looks like we take this path through the clearing. It's pretty nice. All right. Coming up on another sign here. Ford country. During the Revolutionary War, river fords were a vital resource in controlling communication and transportation in the South Carolina backcountry. With few bridges or roads, these fords offered a tremendous tactical advantage to whomever possessed them. After capturing Charlestown in May of 1780, the British sent Loyalist militias to backcountry fords to secure these strategic locations. When a group of Loyalists secured the fort at Musgrove Mill, they unwittingly set the stage for the battle that took place here on August 19, 1780. All right. Well, let's go take a look. And there's the river. Wow. So my understanding is that the British used basically this trail, maneuvering around back and forth during the battle here at Musgrove Mill. We're following the river there to the right. Okay, there's our sign. We're still on the right trail. I have a knack for getting off trail. Ugh. Okay. Well, let's keep moving. Alright, we are moving right along here. It's definitely a good way to get some exercise. And learn a little bit about history at the same time. Oh. I don't know if you can see it. But on the other side of the river, there are a lot of down trees. That's definitely got to be from the hurricane. All right. Onward bound. All right. Look how pretty this is back here. And we have another sign. Where there's a mill. In the years before the American Revolution, Edward Musgrove saw his land as the perfect location for a grist mill. The nearby Honoree River provided power for the mill, and demand was high among background residents for means to grind their crops without having to make a trip that would take days to complete. The British, however, also became interested in Musgrove's mill. To them, the mill was a good central point for the movement of supplies, and its locations at a river ford meant the British could establish control over transportation and communication in the region. And this is an image of one of the mills that was once on the Musgrove property. Between 1774 and 1908, several different mills were present on the site. This mill was probably the last, as the photo is from a postcard with a postmark 1908. And this image, circa 1908, was one of Musgrove's mills from the old bridge that crossed the Honoree River. And the river's right over there, on the other side of those trees. Okay, moving on. All right, just off the path, there's this nice overlook of the river here. So this must have been the foundation of an old bridge. It's pretty neat. Okay, we're moving on. We still got some more trees down here. Something was biting my leg. Alright, I don't think we have much more. Hang in there with me, guys. Okay. Guess where we're at? We are coming up on that pond that I saw at the beginning of the video. So we made one big circle. That's pretty cool. Oh, I gotta be honest there. That last pause, I walked quite a bit. Oh, up and down, up and down. But that's okay, we made it. Yes, sir, we did. All right. Oh, they have picnic tables all the way up through there. Look at that. So you could come here, check out the trails, visitor center, and maybe have a little picnic lunch. That's pretty cool. And there's the pond. All right. Okay, I found a nice bench here next to the pond. Take a few minutes, catch my breath. I think what we're going to do next is get in the car. They gave me a map to take a picture of, and I'm going to go drive down alongside the battlefield. Hopefully we can see it, and also see the Horseshoe Falls. So let's get in the car. We have to go out the front entrance and down the road a little bit, then back in. All right, let's go. So on the way out, I saw this historic sign. It says, "The Battle of Musgrove Mill. On August 19, 1780, Colonel James Williams, Little River Regiment, along with units commanded by Colonels Elijah Clark and Isaac Shelby, met British and Loyalist forces commanded by Colonel Alexander Inez at Musgrove Mill. The American Patriots were greatly outnumbered, but defeated the Loyalists decisively by strategy and maneuver. 60 British troops and Loyalists were killed, with 70 captured. This Patriot victory provided needed encouragement for the American cause following the defeat of General Horatio Gates and his Patriot command at Camden only 3 days previous." And on the other side, James Williams was born in Virginia in 1740. He married Mary Wallace in 1762, and the couple had 8 children. The Williams family moved south to Caswell County, North Carolina, then to present-day Lawrence County, South Carolina in 1773. Williams served in the First Provincial South Carolina Congress in 1775 and in the Second Provincial Congress convened later that year. He served on the Committee on Safety, a military group that protected South Carolina backcountry from Cherokee Indian raids. A colonel in the South Carolina militia, he led his Little River Regiment to victory at Musgrove Mill and later at Kings Mountain, where he died on October 8, 1780. His sons Daniel and Joseph, both teenagers, died at Hayes Station November 17, 1781 at the hand of Loyalists led by Bloody Bill Cunningham. Wow. Well, on the way to the Horseshoe Falls on the main road, I found this. It says, "Welcome to Musgrove Mill State Historic Site." Then it has a plaque about the Battle of Musgrove Mill. But what I thought was really neat is this. This is the site of the Battle of Musgrove Mill, American Revolution, August 18th, 1780. Isn't that neat? That is just amazing. Who knew, huh? All right, let's see if we can find the Horseshoe Falls. Okay, this is Horseshoe Falls Road, and they do have a parking area here. And across the street is the path to the Horseshoe Falls. So let's go. Now, they do have ADA parking here, left and right. And the staff at the visitor center told me that this path is paved. It's about to the 200 feet or 200 yards long to the falls. Now, I did not see any signs of the battlefield driving down Horseshoe Falls Road. There were some homes along the edges of the road and a lot of trees. So I don't know if there's a clearing down here, but across from the falls is the entrance to the battleground trail. And it's a mile and a half. I'll meet you up here. As I was saying, the battleground trail is across from the Horseshoe Falls. It's a mile and a half, and I'm kind of tuckered out from that first trail, so I think I'll let you guys come and check out that trail. But anyway, I can hear rushing water. All right, we get our first look. Let's go down these steps. Well, this is pretty neat. Wow. Oh, gotta be careful. Wow. That's awesome. That's so cool. Wow. Horseshoe Falls. Here's another angle. Really pretty. A big rock. And here's another angle. We are above the falls. That is really, really awesome. Very nice indeed. I'm standing in the little observation deck at the end of the path. This is where those with disabilities can come and still be able to take a look at the Horseshoe Falls. It's got pavers. It's very nice. All tucked back here. Who knew? Now to the left, that is the path, I believe, that they call the Battleground Trail. We're going to say that for our next visit, I think. What a treat. Well, what did you think about today's visit here at the battleground of Musgrove Mill, here at the historic site state park? I thought it was interesting. I really, really appreciate the volunteer in the visitor center. He passed on a wealth of information, just talking to me one-on-one in there. I'm looking forward to their improvements this winter there in their visitor center, showing the different phases of the battle. And I enjoyed the British Camp Trail, walking through the woods there, seeing the sights, the river, and the pond. And what a treat to come here and see Horseshoe Falls. I'll put a link in the video description below for their website. There's like 370 some acres here. This place is pretty big. There's a lot for you to do if you want to come and spend a few hours here. I think it'd be well worth it. And at the end of this video, I'm going to put a few photos that I've taken throughout my visit here today. And I hope you enjoy them. Okay, folks, it's your turn. You know, to go out, explore this, that, and the other, the whatnots in your life. And until next time, take care, be safe, bye.